Okay, so it's Monday, week to go. A week today is the election, but we've been very lucky today. Bob Ray phoned, said, Glen, I'd like to come down to London and help out. Bob and I have worked a lot together at the Foreign Affairs Committee and also other things that we do on policy together. But it's great that he's here. You'll see him over there talking with someone. But he's here. He's going to charge up the troops. We were just at a seniors' home, and then he'll be going over to London West and then also to London Fanshawe to help out. But I'm really glad he's here. I'll show you more in a bit.
It isn't. You don't have to do the same thing that they do, but we do have to respond. The attacks on Michael are very unfair. This is not the man that I know. This is not the man that I've worked with for nearly 40 years. He is a very intelligent, thoughtful guy. You know, is he the most populist person in the world? No. Okay? I mean, he's not. But he's a very decent individual. And he's a very talented individual, and he's got a lot to give this country that he wants to give. And so when people come at you and say, I'm not voting for your leader because of, you know, and the trouble is people believe this stuff that they see on television. They actually believe it. They say, well, you know, he's been away all. Let me tell you, Michael has worked away, but he has always been a Canadian. He's always come back. He's been, you know, I mean, he's as much Canadian as anybody in this room. And I really think it's important that you sort of know that you hear it from me. But the corrosiveness is not just about, you know, the attacks on Michael. It's about the disdain for democracy. It's about the fact that Harper has run this campaign as if he was in a witness protection program. We don't get to see him. We don't hear from him. He doesn't want to admit who he is. This is very serious about our democracy. It's about how our parliamentary system is supposed to work. It's about how our politics is supposed to work. I mean, Glen is the one guy who can talk to the people on the other side. He goes over and he talks to people he's not into the sort of the confrontation side of the political game. But you know, we have to recognize that something really bad is happening to our democracy. And I can tell you that I frankly fear for the possibility of a Harper majority. And I think we have to really wake people up to what that means and how risky that is for Canada. How risky it is for how we operate as a country, and what it potentially will mean.
This is a video.
This is a video. Bob has seen my blog before. He knows that it's a stop. Anyway, Bob has been gracious enough to come down, as I said earlier. But Bob, thank you for doing that.
Great to be here.
It's wonderful. But you brought up something I thought was interesting today.
Only one thing?
Well, all that I can think of for now. Anyway, you talked about how at the start of the campaign, Mr. Harper had said that he would have to postpone tax cuts till later. But then you talked about the tax cuts to the banks and others. Could you just amplify that a bit?
Well, I just think it's a choice. I mean, to me, it was the simplest way to describe the choice between us and the Conservatives is to stay. They're telling everybody else to wait.
Yeah.
Wait for whatever break you're going to get.
Yeah.
But the banks and the oil companies get theirs now.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ignatieff is saying, Michael's saying, look, we think people should get the money for their learning passport. They should get help on home care. We need to get moving ahead on the tax credits. We need to give the help to small business. We need to get. Those are the things we want to go up front, and we want to tell the banks and the oil companies, your tax break is going to have to wait.
Yeah.
And I think that's the clear sense of the choice. To me, that's what the choice is all about. Who comes first? You know, do pensioners and families come first, or do the banks and the oil companies come first? It's not very complicated, but that's exactly how Stephen Harper has put it. And that seems to me that's the choice we face.
It's kind of a defining thing, isn't it?
It is. It really is. I think so.
Well, look, thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Look forward to keep working together with you. Thanks, Bob.
Good luck.